For their last two. Fudd, can she get in on the act? You bet! Messaging from Gino playing out here as Fudd connects her second.
In the first quarter, it was Carolina who was held to just 2 points this afternoon. Well, she and Laney Grant. That was quick release. Yeah.
Terrific job denying, but he's still able to get to that 17-foot jumper.
Fudd connects. Able to dig it up. Here's Strong, motoring, kicking. Fudd, you bet.
He's a little irritable.
He was a little perturbed by things. Not with us, though. No. He's always wonderful with us. Fudd connects.
Coach Oriama's not going to let that happen again.
No, he's not. Fudd, you bet. Fudd, catch, fire, again. It's Williams for UConn. Heckel, dishes, Fudd, one more, again. Easy.
With active hands, getting finally a really easy look at the hoop.
Arnold had Fudd in the corner, now finds her. Oh my! About his work, and those two have had a good relationship since he recruited her. Fudd again! Fudd off, Strong, the mid. Fudd got that one.
It's the fourth time that Villanova and UConn are meeting in the Big East championship game. Back in 2003, Henry Paredes Wildcats pulled off. You can't leave Fudd. They appreciate her stealing the basketball a little bit more. Azzi Fudd. No. I mean, that is really wild to fathom when you think about Sue and Diana and Maya and Stewie. Fudd hits Azzi. The Huskies lead America in defense as Azzi Fudd lines it up. And today, KK Arnold's matched her season high in the first 14 minutes of the game.
Yeah, yesterday no one really had a...
He said, look, we went 26-7 on the year, and we look back at that as fun. They did see depart. Paige Becker's at the top of that list from a national championship squad. Of course, you knew Fudd and Strong, Kim, but even Gino Oriama said as Fudd lines it up and hits. State players in the first 7 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's impressive. And you have McDonald's All-Americans coming in off the bench.
Ellie Zabel to Fudd. Azzi Fudd is ready for the postseason.
Wagner into trouble. Shade digs it out. Here comes KK Arnold running with Azzi Fudd. Get out! 3 to Strong. Swing, swing. Fudd pays it off. With that flare screen to the shooter, and Fudd drills her known for.
Yeah, they're shooting 28% from 3 in the Big East.
Fudd and
Free throw line. You know, they force the action, they get downhill.
too good a look.
Still come back because of those turnovers.
Fudd, quick release, bottom.
In high school, we won that last game by 2 points. I can't even tell you how you're playing not to lose at that point.
Fudd! Perimeter. Back tap to Strong, and now Fudd in front of her friends. Knocked down.
To another Providence turnover. Fudd lines it up. Azzi Fudd.
UConn is working defensively. They don't even let them inbound the ball.
Fudd around the Quinones screen, and that one is pure.
Moving either.
Back the other way we go. Fudd lines it up and knocks it down.
But transition defense by UConn's been excellent on point. They haven't had easy looks at the rim.
Fudd for 3. Nails it for the Huskies.
You ask anybody in this building, the mecca of college basketball is the Palestra.
Yep. Your grandfather, he roamed those halls, didn't he?
They sure did.
Fudd nails the 3 for Connecticut. The way this year for the Wildcats. Third quarter's underway. You have Strong, Williams, Shade, Fudd, And Arnold for UConn. Azzi Fudd ties the game off the bat with the three. Great first half.
And fitting you bring up punches and you think of Rocky in the city of Philadelphia, but Villanova threw the first punch.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they need to continue doing throughout Big East play. They're going to be an NCAA tournament team. They've proven that tonight. Only 5 losses on the season.
Yep.
Top 40 in the net. They've got to continue building from this.
And she told us yesterday that, you know, it was in the quarter court where they had most of their miscues on the offensive end, and UConn was able to turn that into early offense.
Catch that interior pass. Zabel on the break. Back to Fudd. Fudd with time, and she does.
The kids are not going to say like anything about your event. Different iterations are different. They're just different, and it's a cornucopia of things. But he is saying we can look down the bench and do a lot more things with
Fudd beyond.
Good job. Just trying to contain Azzi Fudd has not been an easy task, to say the least, in this first half.
Great ball movement. Fudd, the beneficiary.
Hard cuts at the rim.
Their third field goal inside the arc. 3. The swipe. Shade. Fudd for 3. Nails it for the Huskies. Short. Heckle the rebound. This is where it gets exhausting. Fudd again for 3. Back to back.
Fudd on the dribble. Kicks it back out. Fudd in the corner. Yes! Chilly at our walk over. Maybe 20 degrees and blustery snow. Right around People's Bank Arena. Fudd automatic from the
coach. Yes, and one thing he said that stuck out was the fact that she played soccer growing up. And I'm a big believer as Azzi Fudd.
Plays the bell into the game, playing with Fudd. Going to drive and dish. Shea came to help her. There's no spot on the floor, Oriema says, where Strong isn't comfortable as she tees up another 3. The personal foul will give it back to UConn. Azzi Fudd. Wow, the rhythm.
Sarah Strong perfectly executed spin.
They've got 3 fouls on the show. Ojo now as Fudd lights a 3.
But overall for Coach Caldwell, she understands and her girls understand exactly how they want to play. Very systematic. Going to see a lot of 3-point looks.
Speaking of 3-point looks, Azzi Fudd.
As a freshman, especially through the course of December and January, she's really come on. She's been a pivotal piece.
Oh, man. Azzi. Offensive rebound. Heckle is able to save it. Fudd again. Yes! Sarah Strong is getting a breather right now because of the depth. They don't have a player averaging over 27 minutes a game, UConn, and a lot of that also because they've been winning by so much in these
games. The way the scores look by the fourth quarter.
But they've been tested for most of this ball game. Fudd. 3 more for Azzi Fudd. With a win here, the Huskies get to 23-0. The closest game they've had against Michigan earlier, they won by 3, but right now...
Hall, give them a reason to support you guys, and so far they have. Azzi Fudd left all alone.
And side, it'll open up your game from the perimeter.
And Valenzuela has all 8. So far, it's Mariana Valenzuela 8. Azzi Fudd, she's got Adam Giardino with you. Thanks to all of you for hanging out on a Saturday afternoon, 1 full day earlier than expected. Here's Fudd for 3. And
good things can happen for you, but Georgetown's got to put together some more consecutive stops like they did a couple of possessions ago. And not
into the game was missed 4 straight with a concussion, and it came right as Gino Oriema said that she was getting comfortable playing out of the high post and put together some really good games.
Yeah, she's 6'5", but can stretch the floor and set good screen.
Arnold surveying here. Fudd goes to get the handoff for 3.
UConn.
Yeah, and that's a good sign for them to get that offensive rebound, because size is going to be maybe one of their biggest hurdles in this game against UConn. So good initial attack on the offensive glass.
Azzi Fudd lets it fly and drains it. Arnold in attack mode for the Huskies, leaves it for Fudd. She's got another.
Earlier. Strong being harassed. Out to Fudd. 2 of the best in the...
I mean, in today's college, you have to recruit your players every year, so you hope that recruits each other, where you want to stay and play with your friends and stay with your group.
Already UConn turning defense into offense.
And Samaya Wyatt, the sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia, with the first hoop.
I love that it's just an ISO 101. I would love more motion for her to get easier shots, but she is the player that's making plays for them.
Azzi Fudd.
Oh, almost a takeaway by Catalan. This crowd still standing, and finally they'll get on the interior. This pressure full court bunt from UConn causing problems and leads to the three. There's a turnover on the inbound. Their pressure has been stifling for most opponents. It causes problems there, and it leads to the three. For Connecticut, they did get KK Arnold back after being out with the broken nose, as Connecticut immediately though starts with another.
Rather Dunbar. Strong with an authoritative pass. Fudd just played Providence on Sunday. Dawn Staley always has her teams peaking at the right time. Fudd.
Quarterbacking the offense, essentially. Another one of Sarah Strong's attributes that she gives to the team. Fudd! I think that's a look that she needed to see to continue to boost her confidence as she's getting back into the
three ball. Nobody picked it up for Iowa. Fudd again. This one's catch. Fudd right into a quick set. Connecticut. Fudd wide open at the wing. That's good.
They don't take their foot off the gas. And sometimes when you get big leads, that's why you look at their margin of the scoring margin.
Yep.
In their victories, you kind of lax a little.
Oh, easy. And taken by Strong. I said the Louisville game was 11. It was 13, but to the point, it's been one close game, one kind of close game, and then
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Congratulations, we made it. Another year.
78-53 Connecticut. Fudd again. Oh, man, one more.
Knocked away by Fudd. She has two defenders to beat, now searches for a trailer. Why not take it yourself? Azzi Fudd. You can be able to hit.
Yeah, it was a great cut, too. She wants that one back.
Arnold to Fudd. Oh, yeah.
Trojan, the fan base, but she was an integral piece to last year. Again, here off the bench.
Fudd knocks down the three.
It's a transition bucket. They're never easy ones, but when you can make it a little bit easier on yourself to get some momentum here, Trojans chipping away.
Fudd, open look, got around the season.
It's, you know what, there is such a high expectation of exactly what is needed.
Fudd drills another.
Fudd from beyond the arc splashes it in. A little bit to start from the outside.
Rebounding also something that Coach Oriema has been hounding his team about. Certainly going to be some words about that between the first and second quarters, one would imagine. But a 5-second difference here between the game clock and shot clock. Fudd steps beyond the arc, and Fudd! We watched this team. I know you mentioned you haven't met all the players until this trip, but what sticks out about the way that this year's team is?
I could use some of that NIL money too, though. Right? Not gonna lie. What would your
has to be a key to the game.
Fudd finally gets one to go. Fudd way too open. Fudd
Yeah,
off the
Gino
inbound.
was arguing that since she caught it, it should have been, you know.
Trip for the Huskies, who will go straight from Cincinnati down to Tampa, returning to the scene of their national title just a handful of months ago.
Fudd, very deep three.
By Sarah Strong, igniting her team on the fast break. Quinones skip past Fudd for three. Yes! Rebound up for grabs. Quinones comes up with it. So much speed for her size. Coach Oriema feels like he can swap her and Strong 1-for-1 because of her talents. Working through Strong at the high post. The face up, the drive. Wilkie gets a piece, but that leaves Fudd open, and she makes them pay.
And 8 first half turnovers. Fudd, you can't leave her. You just cannot. Three-pointer for one of the best shooters.
Make it another steal. Fudd deposits a triple.
Up ahead, there's Fudd again. Shot fake. Back to Fudd. My, oh my. Folks, still a long way to go, but they have never, in their history, knocked off a #1 ranked team. Fudd, they needed it.
underneath. They got to be a little more balance and focus on the finish.
Fudd, she has been the star for the... It comes down inside to Heckle. There's Fudd again.
Not looking to get fouled.
Fudd on the board. Kept in bounds. Arnold to Fudd. Oh, yeah. Fudd from distance. Triples in the second. Shade to the elbow. Fudd on the kick. Knocks it. Sarah Strong. Contributions by Blanca Quinones, Azzi Fudd, Sarah Williams. Everybody getting their hand in this effort today against Ohio State. Picked 5th in the Big Ten. Fudd, swish.
What Loyola did defensively there.
Strong with a steal. Tees up Fudd. Bottom! Run out of ways to distinguish each of those individual teams in championships, right? But hearing Gino reflect on what made last year special, he said it might have been their best March run.
Rebound for Strong as she weaves up the floor. Still play her game back inside to Strong, whipping a pass to Fudd. She's got it. And turnover woes. Here's Kaylee Heckle coming up with it again. Fudd, the trailer, wide open. She's got stores. The Huskies with 2 20-point scorers apiece. One of them is Azzi Fudd.
They're given. Jeff Walls, 19 seasons now at the helm of Louisville. 17 20-win seasons, 12 Sweet 16s, 4 Final Fours. As Heckle feeds Fudd, her 3. You bet!